A spring day with the cherry blossoms in bloom comes second to a beautiful sunny fall day. The sky is blue, the temperature isn't too hot or cold, just a light jacket might be required. And the blue sky is framed by the golds, yellow, oranges, and reds or purples of the changing trees. If you've ever wondered about fall colors and why do the leaves of some plants change color during autumn, you've come to the right place. Let's get into it. During the growing season, leaves are filled with chlorophyll, the green pigment that is important for photosynthesis. Remember, photosynthesis is the process by which plants make food. And this is an oversimplified version of the definition. As summer ends and we enter late August, September, October, the days get shorter and the temperature becomes cooler. These changes in daylight and temperature are triggers for deciduous trees. And so, these triggers tell the trees that it is time to prepare for winter. In my case, once 3 p.m. starts looking like 9 p.m. and I start feeling cold, I bust out my winter jacket because, yes, I'll start preparing for winter. And the trees use these cues of daylight and temperature to prepare for winter. Deciduous trees prepare for winter in several ways. They do so on a genetic and hormonal level, and we get to see that phenotypically, so in the physical visual forms, in the different hint changes in colors of the leaves and the leaves falling. So I'll provide you with an overview of what is really happening. Once the trees respond to the change in daylight, to the shorter daylight, it gets darker earlier and it becomes colder. Once the plant metabolism slows, so the plant stop making new chlorophyll. Remember, the chlorophyll is a green pigment that is needed to make plant food or sugars. So that entire process slows down. New chlorophyll is stopped being made. However, the chlorophyll that was already present starts to break down and fade away. Don't be sad. It's showtime for those beautiful autumn colors, especially the oranges and yellows. The breakdown and fading away of the green chlorophyll reveals the yellow and oranges that already existed beneath the green. Xanthophylls are responsible for the gold or yellow leaves. Carotenoid or carotenes, think carrots, are responsible for the oranges. And new pigments from anthocyanins are made fresh or new. These new pigments are those that tend to be red or purple. These red and purple pigments also help to absorb the extra blue and UV light present. And these changes in colors act together as a protective shield during the breakdown of the chlorophyll process. More changes in the plant hormones will result in the weakening of the base of the leaf petiole, or in air quotes, the leaf stem, and this leads to the browning or senescence or dying of the leaf. And once that happens, the leaf falls, hence fall. Once the petiole weakens, the leaf has no other choice but to fall. But the plants are smart. So instead of just losing their leaves and all the nutrients that are present in the leaf, what they do is the plants reabsorb these nutrients, or things sugar, different carbohydrates, and proteins, and they send them to the roots, which are protected below the soil for storage. They also send some to the stems, even though they now are bare. So if you think of countries that experience tropical storms, typhoon, monsoon, hurricanes, you know that the season is upon us, and then you go out and you go and you buy grocery, you buy the different things to prepare for those harsh conditions. This is what the plant is doing. It prepares itself for the harsh conditions by shedding its leaf, etc., and then it absorbs the nutrients that it had made, send them to the root for storage, because once the harsh condition has passed, it will need these nutrients to help build new nutrients so that it can grow again. So in the spring, as the temperature increases, daylight increases, so it starts getting brighter out later and for longer, the plants will reuse these stored nutrients to put out new buds. So next year, when spring rolls around, just take a step outside and look at some of those bare trees, and you'll see little green buds showing themselves again. Isn't that wonderful? We could all use that lesson from nature's book. Here are some of the main takeaways. The shorter days and cooler temperatures let the plants know that they should start preparing for winter. Chlorophyll, which is the green pigment, breaks down, revealing other pigments present, such as the yellows and the golds from xanthophylls, the oranges from carotenoids, and then new pigments are made. These are the reds and purples from anthocyanins. Unlike carotenoids, anthocyanins aren't just revealed. The leaf actually creates them in autumn. So when the days are sunny and the nights are cool, extra sugars become trapped in the leaves, resulting in anthocyanins. And these red and purple pigments protect the leaf from excess light, and it also helps it to recover nutrients safely. And as a reminder, the plant shed its leaves, preparing for winter to protect itself against frost. Another thing, if you're wondering, do all leaves shed their leaves, change color? No. Only a group known as deciduous trees. So if you think of oak, maple, and birch, so these trees seasonally change by shedding their leaves as part of its natural cycle. And it is an adaptation to conserve energy and moisture during the colder, harsher winter months. The leaf change color as chlorophyll breaks down before the leaves are shed for fall.
Not too long ago, there were leaves on this tree. Guess all the trees here had leaves. And it rained, the wind blew, and some of the trees have completed their preparation for fall, their visual preparation where they have dropped all their leaves.
So before I end this video, I'll just give you a view of what's happening inside each leaf during autumn. Inside each leaf, nutrients such as magnesium and nitrogen are being moved into the tree's branches and roots, so in the xylem and the phloem, for winter storage. Once the leaf has fully reabsorbed or drained itself of its valuable resources, the tree will seal itself off to prevent water loss as well as to allow the leaf to fall because it's no longer valuable. No dead weight during winter is required. And yes, autumn or fall colors are beautiful, but they are a reminder that there's more than meets the eye. The leaves aren't just beautiful, these colors are a sign of a tree preparing itself for the cold, conserving energy, and recycling everything it can. Yes, autumn is magical, but it's more than magic. It's biochemistry. And boy, is it stunning! Yes, it is. Thank you for stopping by. And if you've loved learning about the science involved in the fall change in the leaf colors, please hit the like, subscribe buttons and share it with someone who you think might enjoy this kind of thing. Also, leave me a comment to know if you have a favorite fall color or what stood out in this video that you hadn't known before. And stick around because next time I will be going through TLC. No, not the musical group. However, thin layer chromatography to try and separate these beautiful fall pigments. See you next time. Ciao.